And we're back. It's episode 2 of season 2. Last time we went into Barrowmaze, we had a very difficult time. The group led by Parman, the former retainer turned main character. First of all, Parman was attacked right away, knocked unconscious. Then Elric, Pandaloom, and Buckleberry, the thief, were all crippled by poison from giant centipedes, and Hughie, as a hero, battled them off and rescued his people. They did get a little bit of treasure, and with it, they have bought a war dog by the name of Bone. Bone has an AC 6, and we're gonna roll up his HP together. It's 2d4 plus 2. All right, so he has 2 plus 4, he has 6, so he has 8 HP. We'll go ahead and write that in. 8 HP. All right, so Bone, our trusty war dog, is gonna keep the crew safe. We are delving back into Barrowmaze. We're gonna go quickly. We wanna get into the adventure as quickly as possible. And here we can see that we've only uncovered one of the barrows. All right, and so we start here. Today is actually, it's been a while since the adventure happened. I did a couple other videos in the meantime, but we can see that on November, I think it was 23rd for some of the crew, and then the rest of them were done a little earlier than that, but it's December 1st, okay? So our guys, they need to pass a disease check. And so we're gonna roll a D100 for each of the boys, and we're gonna put them out if they catch a disease. There's only a 2% chance that they are diseased. It's the beginning of a new month. All right, we have Buckleberry is fine, he's ready to go. Elric is fine, ready for an adventure. 80 for Pandaloom, he's okay. Parman, 61, and Hughie, 55. All right, our team is fully ready, steady, go, and let's get started. On December 1st, we head out from the town. We arrive in the swamps. It takes 2 hours to get to the edge of the swamps, to the Barrow Mounds. And every hex is 15 minutes. Now, most of these mounds are visible from where we are, so we can just see like a nice round top, and we know where to dig or where to crack things open. So at 8 a.m., we're gonna move up to the next mound because we've already cleared this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, it's now 9. And then we're gonna go spend 15 minutes to come over to this first burial mound. I wrote a little number 1 here. So let's look. I actually did print off the book. I decided that was best. So we're gonna flip over. Oh, there's the key. Okay, burial mound number 1. It is a sealed mound. So according to the rules, I did get this, it's freshly printed. I've read the PDF so many times, but actually having a physical copy is really cool. So I jotted down some notes here. And we can see that if there's a sealed mound, which is what this one is, it takes 2 hours and 1 iron spike. We have to check for a random encounter. Okay, so first things first, it's 9:15. We're gonna check for a random encounter as we crack open this door. It takes 2 hours. So we do not have a random encounter. Inside, there are 2 stone slabs, and on the slabs are 2 skeletons draped in burial shrouds. Each have a bowl at their head and decorative amphora at their feet. The bowls have 25 gold each, and the amphora are worth 50 gold each. So that's already, we're at 150 gold. But it says that if the PCs, oh, I forgot to mention. So yeah, I always forget. We deducted 40 gold from 4 of our adventurers to buy 2 mules and a cart. So if you notice that some of these guys are incredibly low, not Elric, he didn't pay. Like some of these guys are really low on coin. It's because they bought 2 mules and a cart to carry stuff. So what we're gonna do is with this decorative amphora is we're going to place it in the cart so it's not, so it doesn't get broken or anything like that. We don't want it to break and we're not gonna fight with it in our bags. So it's 10:15. It takes 10 minutes to explore that space. The torch is still burning for an hour. We do need to let it burn down because we're not going to put it out. As we head up to this, it says P. P means plundered. Let's go ahead and open up the book to number 3 and let's see what it says. This mound was looted a long time ago. There's a short stone stairway that leads to a 30 by 30 tomb. So to explore it, we do need to spend the last little bit of our torch. And what we're gonna do, since we're down in the dungeon when that happens, let's see if there's a random encounter. There is a random encounter as we are checking out this space. So is there anything in the room? No, there's just a little gold ring worth 20 gold. We'll snatch that up, but something is gonna happen while we're down there. And I made a little note here about random encounters. During the daytime will be a D6. It's a D6 skeletons. There are 5 of them. So the tomb itself is empty, but as we are exploring around, burning up the last of our torch, we're coming out and there are a swarm of skeletons. Let's see, how far away are they? Let's check the distance on surprise. Encounter distance is 1d6, 1d4 times 10 yards. Okay. Oh, okay, just 10 yards away. So they're like right around. They are surrounding us. There are 5 skeletons. And so we need to see, are we surprised? Green dice is for the homies. We are surprised. It's another scenario, just like last time. We were too busy digging for loot and treasure, being selfish, and the monsters have arrived. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna move into combat. Now it is a surprise round, but since we're coming out of our space, we are gonna be in formation. Our formation, Elric is in the front. We have Hughie next to him. These are our 2 frontliners. The 3 people in the back, we have Pandaloom, Parman, and Buckleberry. Targets will be Elric and Hughie as they come out of the space. We also have our war dog Bone, who will be a 3rd target. All right, so on a 1, a 2, a 2, or a 3, we have targets. The skeletons are only 10 yards away. That is 30 feet. They can get there. So they lunge forward. They come rushing in, these skeletons, these bones of necromancy, and we're gonna have some attacks levied our way. There are gonna be 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need another die. Ah, yes, here we go. 5 attacks. Let's see as we go through who is attacked. We have a terrible miss. Thank goodness. Another laughable miss. That's 3. Here we go. We have an attack against Bone, our war dog. That will hit. That was number 3. Here's number 4, a 13 against Bone. Ooh, I think that is going to hit. We're gonna need our tool for this one. That's such a close number. Skeletons are up to 1. They got a 13. That is an AC 6. That is enough to hit. Bone has taken 2 hits, and the last attack is a 15 to hit. Let's see what 15 hits, AC 4 on our homeboy Hughie. So Hughie, Hughie has an AC 3. That is a miss. So we have two, the skeletons rush forward and they start ripping and tearing at Bone. They do. They shred Bone to bits. Our poor war dog. He is not a PC. Oh man, it is gut-wrenching when you see your precious pet. We barely got to know him. He had no opportunity to shine or be a hero other than standing in front of this wave of zombies as they crush forward, just ripping and shredding and attacking. Bone, as quickly as he has come into our adventure, he has left. And now it's going to the top of the round. Green is heroes. It's a tie. Everything happens at once. All right, so we have our ranged attack is going to happen. That is going to be, I don't think that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the good news. We have a massive bonus on Buckleberry. Buckleberry shoots and he has a +3, and with his range of close, he has a +4. So that is a total of 12 on the die. So a 12 will hit an AC 7. We need to see our skeletons. We can see here that skeletons have an AC 7, and so Buckleberry strikes one of them for 1 point of damage. Pandaloom and Parman are both going to be making their attacks with a D4. So yeah, it looks like Parman is going to hit with a D4 of damage on that skeleton. He does also 1 point of damage against that skeleton. And then we have our spell-like effects. It's time to turn the undead. Hughie, my main man here, he's going to need to, actually, he's gonna have to roll pretty high here because let's take a look at our special notebook here, because we have the rules for turning undead. As a level 1 cleric, we need, on a 2d6, we need to roll an 8 in Barrowmaze, because unlike the normal turn undead chart, this is a haunted zone and the creatures are more resistant to turning due to a mystery that we have yet to uncover. So let's roll 2d6 and hopefully we can turn away some of these skeletons. We do. Okay, excellent news. So we do turn. Now let's see, how many do we turn? We turn 9 hit die worth. Okay, so we peg we peg a couple of them with just like a little knock here and there with the arrow and the dagger, but Hughie, pulling up his cross, he can scare the skeletons and they scatter. They flee off into the distance, and as they do, we're gonna spend 10 minutes, so it's now going to be a little bit after that. Let's see, it was 30, yeah, it's 11 now. Yeah, so we're gonna say it's 11:15 as we come out of this space. So let's go ahead and color that out. So it is 11:30. So if we start smashing, gonna check for a random encounter, we're okay. And so it's 1:30 in the afternoon when we break open the sealed mount for number 2, and it says inside is a single sarcophagus and a zombie. All right, so we're smashing open, just like the picture shows, we're smashing it open. We use another iron spike. We'll mark that off on, there's 2 iron spikes done. And as we break it open, there's a single sarcophagus, but the creature inside, the remains are no longer at rest. It is waiting for us on the other side of the door. We have to roll to see if we are surprised. Hopefully we are not. We are not. So we're gonna go to the top of the combat round, and the monster is going to go first. This zombie is going to go first. And so it is going to, it has 2 potential targets. Evens says that it's gonna go against Elric. Odds, it's gonna go against Hughie. Evens, Elric. Odds, Hughie. Okay, so we have odds against Hughie. Now, the zombie is gonna be a little bit more of a powerful foe than what we have faced earlier. But, all right, he has a THAC0 18, so with the 14, it is going to hit AC 4 against our friend Hughie. That is not enough because Hughie has AC 3. Now it's gonna go to our turn, the hero's turn, and we are going to beat this thing to death again, laying it to rest. We're gonna do some ranged attacks. Okay, so our bow is going to hit. Sadly, that is going to be all. I don't think Pandaloon is going to be successful, or Parman will be successful with a measly 12 on the die, hits a AC 7. Parman does hit, he hits AC 7, and these creatures are AC 8. So, all right, let's do some damage on this zombie. Oh, 7. Okay, so it is a 2 HD creature. Let's see how many hit die the creature has. It'll tell us on the chart here. It has 16. This is a max HP zombie. Wow. Okay, so we've done 7 damage against him so far with our ranged attacks. And then we have 2 upfront melee swings. Let's go. Okay, I mean, you know, oh, that was a 13. It's not the best. Let's take a look at what we've got here. So our team is actually quite strong physically. So what we have is, with Hughie, we've got a 14 on the die, which hits AC 5. That will hit the zombie. And Elric, he is quite strong. He has a +2, but his sword gives him a +3 in total. So this is a 13, which hits AC 6. Again, we have 2 successes. We have an orange D6 and this guy. A lot of damage coming in. All right, we've got 6 damage and a total of another 4 damage. So we have obliterated this zombie. Before any more blood was shed, we were able to defeat the zombie. We have 5 skeletons scared away and 1 zombie down. Now, let's take a look inside. Is there anything worth checking? It will take a while. It's 1:30. It's actually 1:40 now that the combat is done. But we do need to light up a torch and explore this space, and let's see what we can find. We have to assume that, according to the book, that these rooms, if it doesn't give you a description, it's a 30 by 30. And so it'll take 30 minutes just for us to kind of like search around. And so we're gonna say it's 2:15 by the time we're done searching out this space. And we are able to find a gold necklace and a jade scarab. With a jade scarab. That was, oh, wow. Oh, you know what? Wow, this dude was really good. Okay, so we have our treasure here for 100 gold pieces. And there's also a ring of protection, a magical ring. Now, the zombie was supposed to be wearing it, and I don't even know if I realized that. But we got our treasure. And we're going to give that ring of protection. I think it needs to go to the team leader, Parman. Parman is our team leader. He is our main guy. And so we should give him, okay, he's gonna go down to AC 8. All right, excellent, AC 8, loving it. I'm gonna have to double check that. Let me make a little note of that to make sure that is Parman's actual AC. I might be wrong on that, I can't remember. All right, so he has the Ring of Protection, which we should definitely write down. Okay, +1 ring of protection. Excellent. Okay. Now, we have thoroughly explored 3 of the sealed tombs now. One was already plundered and opened for us, but the rest of them we've had to like smash our way open. Now, we have some choices to make. So where we are here, we can go up and check these. So I say, yeah, we come up 2:45, 3 o'clock, and at 3:15, we get to burial mound number 5. It's gonna take 2 hours, 5:15, and we will need to make a random monster check. We've got nothing. Even though all the smashing sound of us like breaking down the door, nothing is stirred when we get to number 5. At 5:15, let's check out the mound of the ooze. It is a sealed mound. A 10-foot staircase descends into a stony crypt. Oh, we actually have our first map, a physical map. So we come in here and it says, this room contains stone doors on the east and west walls. I don't want to read everything because some of it is a secret and some of it's not, but I think we're going to have to, like, since we're using a pre-written adventure, we have to understand that we're going to find out facts. We're not going to be surprised, but our characters will be surprised if we roll a 1 or a 2 on the encounter. Okay, so a 6-foot tall iron statue stands in an alcove to the north. There's 20 burial alcoves cut into the walls of the chamber containing a pouch with 10 platinum, a silver dagger, and a wooden sword. Okay, so there are 20 burial alcoves. That means it will take 2 of our guys will need to take 10 minutes of their time and like just search around. So what we're going to do is we're going to have the guys kind of split up and go into different sections. So, you know, some people are checking the doors. Some people are going through the burial mounds. And that's going to be our first 10 minutes of our new torch that we have just lit up. Now, there are sealed doors on either side, so what we can do, it will take an additional 2 hours to smash them down, and we're only gonna do 1 at a time. So even says we go this way, odd says we go that way, because we don't wanna get pincered in. Like, what if there's like zombies on both sides? Is that a good idea? Should we do it? Should we risk it for the biscuit? Because it's already late. If we only do 1 door, we'll have to come back tomorrow for the other one. Okay, that's what we'll do. Elric on one side, and we'll have Hughie on the other. So Elric is going to be on this side, Hughie on the other. We're going to spend 2 hours doing that. We're going to check for random encounters. Nothing comes, even though we're smashing really loudly. It is now 7:15. It is late. It's 7:30. We spent a little bit of time. We have our 2 guards on either side. Do we see anything of immediate threat? I don't think we do, and so even says we go to number 2. Odds say we go to number 3. Evens, we're going to go to number 2 first. So this chamber is lined with burial alcoves. There's 160 of them. And the following treasure items can be found if everything is searched. Okay, so we are going to search everything. And so 160, we have 5 guys. It would take us 30 minutes plus some. And so what we'll do is we'll have 1 dude post up at the door. Elric will post up at the door. And the rest of the team will spend 4 turns going through 1, 2, 3, 4, going through these alcoves and recovering all of this treasure. But that's 2 random monster checks. No? No. All right. So Elric's posted up at the door. He's ready to go, and everybody's screaming, we've got so much treasure. We've got amphora. We've got amphora is worth, oh, here we go. It is worth 200 gold. We've got an electrum goblet worth 50 gold. Oh, we are cleaning up, boys. We have these ancient scrolls. They're holy writs worth 400 gold. Oh my goodness. We could sell those back in town. 200 EP. Now I think we're getting really close to full, a magic dagger +1 that returns to the owner's hand. And it says, be sure to roll for random monsters. We already did. So we're gonna put that +1 dagger of throwing in Parman's hand. +1 dagger of throwing. That'll give him something to do because he has prepared the sleep spell, and most zombies can't even, do anything with that. And over here we have the light spell by Pandaloom, so not much against zombies so far. All right, and then after that we're gonna come across over here to this side. We'll spend the next 10 minutes just kind of like checking out this space, and the torch is gonna go out right as the monster strikes. The torch goes out, and that's when the gray ooze comes off the ceiling and tries to grab at my people. We're sparking up a new torch. We don't even know that we're in danger. And so we're going to increase the chance of surprise from 1 to 3 to account for the fact that the torch went out at the worst time. We spark it up, and right as we do, the gray ooze is about to descend from the ceiling, which means anyone can be a target. Are we surprised? 1 through 3. Oh, lucky. 50% chance, and we got away with it. We light it up, the torch flames, the room lights up, and as it does, we see the gray tentacles sliding down, attempting to strike, and so we are going to go to initiative. We could try to sleep this creature. We're gonna try to sleep this creature. I think that's the way to go. So, let's roll for combat. We are quick on the draw. Quickly, Buckleberry shoots his bow. Oh, we have an excellent strike. That will definitely hit. The ooze has 10 HP, according to the book. Then we're going to have 1 ranged attack with the dagger because Parman prepared sleep, but Pandaloom, the illusionist, could strike with his dagger. That's a natural 20. That is guaranteed to hit for another 2 damage. That's 7 damage against that creature. Now the sleep spell is going to go off. Creatures are affected. So we're going to roll 2d8. I know already we're going to be happy with the outcome because we're not going to get 2 1s. We do. Okay, excellent. We hit 8 HD worth of creatures. This creature is already flattened. Boom, falls to the ground, splatters on the ground. Gray ooze splatters like juice all over the floor. We spent another 10 minutes. It is getting well after dark outside. The sarcophagus stands in the center of this room. Inside is a mummy, but not animated. The mummy's still white teeth contrast against its blackened skin. It wears a wrought silver ring worth 300 gold, and it has a bloodstone gem on a chain around its neck for 75 gold. Ah, we have cleaned up. These 2 items are unearthed. The wraps are okay. These 2 items are underneath the wraps and are not immediately visible. We are going through everything. We'll spend the rest of our new torch checking out this room. We have eliminated the last threat, and I think here is a wonderful time for us to stop. Guys, we lost Bone, sadly, our war dog. Thanks for the suggestion. We did have a commenter in our last video saying, hey, you should hire some retainers or a war dog or something. So we did that. Thanks for the suggestion. That was awesome. And we cleaned up. Our dog's blood was the sacrifice we had to pay to come away with a stack full of treasure. Boys, I hope you enjoyed it. Please hit like and subscribe. We will be back much sooner with session 3 of season 2. Catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.